Hi guys, welcome back to Farm Up with me, Dr. Daniel. Whoa! So as you can see, this time I decided to plant maize around the area. So this is my house, my little tiny house. You can see the chicken houses in the background right there. And right here, I decided to plant maize. So this ideally is supposed to be the compound to my house. But at the moment, I kept thinking to myself, well, instead of, just planting grass, like you can see right there, just planting grass and things like that, why not utilize it to grow something that can be of an advantage to the farm? So as you can see, here is an eggplant garden. You can see the eggplants right here. Woo, they look really beautiful. Take a look at that. Really beautiful, and there's a lot of eggplants all around here. And here we decided to plant, maize, and it has done really nicely. I mean, that's the problem with maize, yeah, and all growing crops. Sometimes they do really nicely, sometimes you don't know what happens to them. It's like they get bewitched. Anyway, there's some guavas here, and I feel like eating one, as you guys can see. I think this one should be ripe already. Looks good. Yeah, wasn't like very ripe, but it's okay. So it's afternoon, a bit cloudy. I think it's going to rain, which honestly is not a very good, well, it's both a good thing and not a good thing for me right now. It's a good thing because I do have crops. So this is just a bit of the maize. I do have maize, outside, somewhere there, I do have maize. I have maize as well around the area, maybe about 1.5 acres that I've planted of maize. Hoping to get something out of it. Honestly, in the grand scheme of things, in terms of like what I utilize on the farm right here, that's nothing, because I think I use about 3 tons of maize every week. If it does really well, it could probably give me 2-3 tons in an acre, maybe 4 tons. I honestly don't know what is expected in terms of yield of maize per acre, but maybe 3-4 tons would be really good from an acre. If I get that, then maybe I have about 1.5 weeks of maize. After waiting a whole 3 months after planting, you get 1.5 weeks of maize. But well, that would still save me quite a significant amount of money. So, this time I'm having my fingers crossed, and I'm hoping for the very best out of that, yeah? So we do have our chicken houses. Only one of the chicken houses is not laying, so we have 3 groups. The second youngest one right now is 21 weeks, and that one is also laying right now. So we have a young one that's about 13 weeks right now, and that's the only one that's not laying. And I have crazy great plans, but something has been disturbing me the whole time. You see, these 3 chicken houses that you see right here, actually quite many. So before, I used to use national water. That's the supply of water from the country. Of course, you pay for it. So the water is pumped and then it goes into those 2 tank stands. You can see one right there. Another one is occluded by this purple tree. You can see it right there, yeah? And there are 2 tanks. So the other 2 tanks supply these 2 chicken houses. And these 2 tanks right here supply this chicken house, but I'm going to construct another chicken house right along it, and they will be supplying it. And then what I had decided to do was to build this tank stand here. This is a 10,000 capacity water tank that taps water from the rain. This is rainwater. And then what we do is that we occasionally can decide to treat it. The problem though is that when water gets stagnant for a long time and it's not moving and it's coming from the rain and nature and things like that, it gets infected. Yeah, it gets infected. So once in a while, what we had done is that we had installed a pump. I'll show it to you guys. You can see it right here. So it's closed off. It's actually right there, yeah? So you can see that's a pump right there, which would pump water from this tank, as you can see. And, the pipe moves all around and it goes into those tanks, yeah? Now, what we noticed recently is that we got a few birds that were falling sick, and when we did postmortems on them, their livers were completely messed. After thinking about it, we noticed that it was only coming from these 2 chicken houses, yeah? This chicken house wasn't affected, and clearly it was an infection due to the problem with the water. So most probably E. coli or something like that coming from the water. So I decided to abandon utilizing that water. But the price or the expense of water for the farm is quite crazy. Currently I'm paying about over $250 for water every month. That's really crazy, honestly, really, really crazy. So you guys do remember that a while back I did drill a borehole right here on the farm. Yeah, the purpose of that borehole is to ensure that I get out of the water problem or the water shortage in the farm. Now, of course, the main problem that, why I didn't put up, the borehole and the pump and everything is because I don't have where to pump the water to. I need a tank stand to be able to pump the water to that area, and so that's what was delaying me. Of course, I did have the money to drill the borehole, but at the moment I didn't have the money to build the tank stand. Everything has to be planned. Yeah, and finally I've been able to get that money, so currently that's what exactly we are doing. Yeah, that's what we are doing. I'll show you guys what we are doing at the moment. We'll move. You can see our place right there. That's where the guys clean the eggs from. I think you can see them right there. Yeah, and you can see this is a concrete mixer that we are utilizing at the moment. And then you see the guys building. Yeah, so this is timber that we're going to be utilizing. You can see the egg cleaning area right there. Yeah, so you can see some of the metal rods that we are currently utilizing. These are rebars. Yeah, iron rebars that are being utilized to build the tank stand. So let's go there, guys. Guys, it's quite crazy, but water can actually make your farm more profitable or less profitable. Imagine spending almost $300 on water, and then when the flock goes up even more, it will be more than $300. When I get to maybe 20,000 birds in this area, I would probably be paying $600 on water. That's a crazy amount of money. Yeah, a really, really crazy amount of money. So I decided that no, this is certainly not sustainable for me, and so that's why I did the borehole. Of course, the borehole was quite expensive, just drilling it, and now we have to build the tank stand and buying the pumps and the labor and everything. Everything certainly goes higher than 10,000 USD. But I mean, if you're considering that at a particular point I'm going to be spending 600 USD on water every month, then it's a no-brainer, honestly. Yeah, it's a no-brainer to do a borehole, build the tank stand and everything, and just get it ready. So that's what we've been doing. So right here, this is at the top of the farm. Yeah, this is like the topmost point of the farm. If you guys can see, right there we have our banana plantation, and right that side, you just keep going lower. Yeah, so we've already started the work, guys. Yeah, we've already started the work. I'll show you guys. You can see it right there. Yeah, so this is going to be like the tank stand. So you can see the columns right there. We already poured the ground beam, as you can see right there. Yeah, and we already did the foundation and everything. So these are the columns that are going up. These are 6 meters in height. Yeah, so the tank is going to be standing 6 meters in height from the ground, and at that point, because there's a drop in elevation from this point, at that point in 6 meters in height, it should be able to fill even the highest tanks using gravity. Yeah, 100%. Should be able to fill even the highest tanks using gravity, and that would be a very, very beautiful thing. Yeah. So as you can see, we are using concrete. So those are the rebars. Yeah. So the guys are now making the shutters that are going to be placed around, the columns before we start pouring the concrete and the beams and everything. Yeah. And I mean, here you can see some of the poles that we're going to be using to support the beams as we build them out, some of the sand, some of the aggregate right there. Yeah, and this is the area. So previously I wanted to plant some crops right here in this season. As you can see, you guys, it's raining, but because we are going to start building around and take a look at all the activity that's happening around, the garden was going to get destroyed. So I mean, I had to abandon it in the meantime. But as soon as we get done with this, then I don't care about the season, because then the most important thing will have been sorted. Yeah, the biggest problem when it does come to growing crops is not having water. So when the rains disappear and stuff like that, that will have been sorted, and so we will have the water available in our tank stand, and then I can do irrigation right here. So I just need to get a few sprinklers, place them around the area, and then we'll be good. We'll be able to do our irrigation in this area without a single problem. Yeah, that should be able to solve all the problems that we've been having when it does come to growing crops. So I can consistently plant beans, plant maize, plant whatsoever I want for the guys right here, and that will take my bills down. Yeah, so I mean, guys, I'm really excited about this. Really, really excited. It feels really terrible paying such high prices for water on the farm. Really, really terrible. Like in terms of utilities, that has been my biggest expense, and I'm so glad that that has been resolved. In fact, it's even coming to rain right now. Yeah, before I can even show you guys around, it's already starting to rain. I wanted to show you guys, I mean, right now we are in the banana plantation. This is like my favorite part of the farm, the banana plantation, because I do love bananas. Oh my God, I do love bananas so much. I'm going to take you guys to just check out you know, the maize on the other side of the farm, the one that we just grew. But as we pass by, I have a memory of, you know, the first borehole we tried to dig. Take a look at this. Guys, we tried to dig a well. Forget about a borehole. A well, take a look at that. That's like the deepest point of the well. Yeah. So we tried to dig a well, because this was a really terrible idea. Think about it. Yeah. So this is like a shallow well, as you guys can see. And I think the guys dug to maybe, I don't think it's even 10 meters, honestly. It's certainly not even 10 meters in terms of depth. And just to think that when we drilled the borehole, we actually found water at 82 meters. Can you imagine? I wonder how long these guys were ever going to take. I mean, they would never have reached that, because while drilling the borehole, there was some really tough, strong rocks that we had to go through. 82 meters! That's where we managed to come across water. These guys hadn't even done 10 meters, and they were telling me they had found water. Can you imagine? Yeah, really, really terrible. Anyway, I'll show you guys what's on the other side of the fence. Yeah, so you guys can see this is our other maize plantation, as you can see there. Really beautiful. So this is the land outside the fence, and yeah, I think I've decided that I'm also going to put chicken houses right there. Yeah, so this gate right here all of a sudden is too tiny, and we're going to have to expand it. I mean, in the past, I didn't think I was going to, you know, use this as an exit or some form of big access to that side, but right now I've decided that we're going to need, you know, a proper big gate where we can pass and take like feeds and things like that to the other side. So 100% this gate is going to have to go away, and then we're going to place 2 other chicken houses that side, you know, each one carrying 5,000 chickens. That's the plan. I mean, it could change again, but as of now, that's the plan. Yeah. So initially my goal was to have 10,000 chickens on this farm. The plans have changed. I'm now thinking 20,000. Yeah, I'm really thinking 20,000. I feel like 10,000 is underutilizing the land. I mean, right now I do have maize there, and every time I'm seated down and I'm thinking, what the hell can I utilize this land for? Yeah, that's what I keep thinking. So initially I thought about growing passion fruits, then growing some other types of crops, but everything else I compare growing chickens to feels like a loss, because the value of this land is quite high, especially in this area that I am. And so for me, it feels like I'm underutilizing the land by placing something that's of less value there instead of placing chicken houses. And it's not like I'm not able to place other chicken houses there. No, I'm able. Yeah, I'm certainly able to. In the future, I'm going to be able to. So why would I then, you know, place something there that is of less value, something that's going to bring less money? If I place passion fruits, maybe they could get me what? Maybe $1,500 after 3 months, you know, after every season. And that's nothing compared to what chickens would get me if I do place chicken houses over there. Yeah, of course the investment and everything is much bigger when I do place them right there, but compared to, you know, growing passion fruits or any of those things, the returns are incomparable. So for me, that feels like the best value for money, and that's what I'm going to be placing right there. Yeah, so tell me guys what you think about this on the channel. I mean, here we have some sugarcane. Woo, beautiful sugarcane. Can you guys see it? Yeah, sugarcane right there. Really, really beautiful. The rain has really come, and I don't want to spoil my camera, so I'll say bye to you guys. Don't forget to hit the subscribe button, smash the notification bell. Catch you very soon with another video. Lots of love.